What do you mean by your subconscious whispers? Could you expand on that?
Well, the subconscious is, by definition, below our consciousness. That's what it's below, subconscious. We're not conscious of it. So we have an apparatus in our psyche, in our brain, where we are aware of what we think, and we're aware of things in our awareness. But we have this other apparatus that, for whatever reason, we don't have easy access to. It's subconscious. So to become conscious of the subconscious requires an effort, or requires hacking. It requires deliberate attempts to do it. And so it's very similar. I mean, the kind of what's the word? The logic, or the cognition is not unfamiliar to us. It's often dream logic. It doesn't kind of make a narrative sense over the long term, but the people who are creative will find ways to access that cognition that they're doing anyway. It's very common to counsel people to sleep on it, which actually works. If you have a problem, you sleep on it, and the next morning you might be able to figure out that your brain was working on it unconsciously, subconsciously. But it might be forgotten, or you may not have access to it if you're not in the habit of kind of asking it. And I'd say whispering is meaning in the sense that it's not shouting, it's not evident, it's not loud. You have to do something. You have to pay the quarter to kind of get it.
When you were biking across the United States, how much was your subconscious whispering to you?
That's a great question. So I rode my bicycle across the U.S. the first time. I've ridden it twice. The first time was from San Francisco to New York, and I was part of a program I had to live expecting to die in 6 months, and this was the last 3 months of it. And so I kept a journal, and I kept a sketchbook where I did a sketch and a haiku every day. And I find drawing is kind of maybe one of the things where you can listen to your subconscious, because oftentimes you're kind of starting out and you don't even know what you're drawing. It's kind of being revealed to you. And writing is often the same way. The journaling is one of those methods to access your subconscious, is that I don't set out knowing what I'm going to say. And I'm kind of like I'm channeling it in some capacity. In a journal, you're just, as things come up, the next word is being suggested to you. It's not that you're kind of necessarily steering it, it's being revealed. So that's why journaling is kind of really interesting. To go back many years later, often what's being said is more clear to you later on, given what you know, what happens. You can say, oh, wow, I was talking to myself. I was saying it right there. I didn't even know it. And so I think that that was true with me riding a bicycle. I had could kind of try to tap into my subconscious by poetry, by drawing, and by journaling.